Hey, hey. It's your boy Console Viz 34 coming to you here on a Sunday night. And we did get a shocker in Kentucky. The state dumb enough to elect Mitch McConnell. That's not even political. I don't care what party he's a part of. Dude's an idiot. Anyway, we are going to talk about this DMB set that took place tonight. And the big thing here is two-step. We'll get to two-step a little later as well. Some new information I found out here on social media. Shout out to Matt Norlander. Works for CBS Sports. Can help you on your brackets and tell you his favorite DMB songs. He's a diehard DMB fan. But let's take a look at this set list. The first song you heard was ABC from the Batson Sessions. If you look it up on YouTube, you can listen to that. This is called Soprano Guitar. This is also from the Batson Sessions. Just a little of Dave vocals and a drum track. It sounds like we could get like, like get some Kanye on this beat, get some Little Baby on this beat, and it would actually be a dope rap song. I'll turn that off here. But welcome to the show. And I also will preview a video that's coming tomorrow. Literally, come tomorrow, you'll change everything. Da, 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 whatever the lyrics, I don't care. Horrible song. Great message. Horrible song. But we want to talk about this show. And the first thing that comes up is two-step. Backstory, if you were not here yesterday on the stream, we went over some issues from Railbird. Railbird had some issues with water yesterday. And just like you would expect in Appalachia, in Kentucky, it is hot, sticky, and humid every summer. And the amount of water stations was not sufficient. I heard some reports that a VIP area had 3 water filling stations for VIP. Only 3 stations, and there was like an hour wait in the VIP alone. I heard some things from people that the line to get in the venue. This is a festival that starts, early in the day and ends around this time every night for 2 nights, Saturday and today, Sunday. And there was lines to get in. And mind you, everyone's not going in at once, right? Some people are coming for the early stuff. Some people are coming for later. But I heard some horrible things about lines for this venue. And then we also did hear just some issues with bottled water running out. Bottled water. They didn't have enough bottled water for a summer festival. That is embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. And fans, rightfully so, were not happy. And this is what, just to recap, this is what we saw yesterday. Was this this post here. Railbird Festival experience today did not live up to our standards. We have made adjustments to improve entry process and concessions operations to move lines more efficiently. And I did hear from people that it was better today. Today was a better day for the whole process, getting in enough water for everyone. They were handing out free waters is what they promised yesterday. And I guess I saw someone take a picture of one. And they had a sponsor. I think it was like a beer sponsor. Sometimes like with hurricane relief, for instance, you'll see Budweiser will change their distilleries to make water, and they sponsor it, right? And they give it to the Red Cross. So it looks like they got a sponsor and then gave them water. So I did hear from people that it was better today on Twitter and Facebook, but that's where we were yesterday. So I think that this two-step, hey Mike, nice to see you check in from Canada. I think this two-step that was played was something that the band tried to do. They probably got reports that, you know, they're coming into this venue, and they're probably hearing the reports, or they're being notified about some things they're doing to make this better. And I think they busted out this two-step, the first two-step since July 5th, 2015, to start a show, the opener, first two-step opener since July 5th, 2015 in Chicago. Many people may remember in 2010, Dave and 2008 in St. Louis, right? That was 2008, St. Louis, right? Live Tracks 13. Live Tracks 13, there was a two-step opener that's from 08 at Busch Stadium, June 7th, 2008. They had a two-step opener to Rhyme and Reason. And and actually that encore, they had a number 40 tease to Everyday, to Bayou, to Highway to Hell tease, to Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again. So that was another show that's known for that two-step opener. So this is a rarity, right? Two-step typically is not an opener for a show, especially in this modern era. But they open with two-step. And after that, the other big highlight is you get another Satisfaction. I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Brown Sugar and Bitch teases for the Rolling Stones. Now, this is the show. I didn't think they would actually do it, but I thought if there was any show that they were going to bring it back for, it would be a festival. Here's why. Because I still thought it was unlikely they were going to bring it back, but I thought with the festival, they're trying to appease the crowd, and DMB is all about appeasing the crowd. I thought there could even possibly be a watchtower for this festival, just because, you know, this is where the festival, you have a wider audience, and doing Sledgehammer, doing the Sexy MF partial in honor of Prince, doing the Brown Sugar to Bitch to Satisfaction the week, you know, this is still it's been less than a week since we learned about Charlie Watts, and rest in power to him. But, you know, I thought this was the most likely show that we were going to get this tease, the two teases, and then I Can't Get No Satisfaction. So 2 covers tonight, and that's expected for a festival. 14 total songs, right? I thought they were going to do about 16, but 14 total. You have a crush, right? You have a crush that's going to go long. Every day kind of goes long. And you have a Jimmy thing. So that makes, 14. You almost have 2 songs. If you cut Crush, that's 2 more songs you could have done, right? If you do a shorter song, or if you cut Jimmy thing, right? So they did 14. They got to get everyone out to festival, so they can't go to 1 a.m. And this is a pretty standard set. Now, we did get the one thing that I was intrigued about was, were they going to play out this some a little bit more than normal, like they did at Innings Fest in Tempe, Arizona. I'm going to bring up the Innings set list. Now, this was still standard, right? But they did bring out a couple of things that you wouldn't expect at a festival. So if we put these side by side, give me one moment here. We're going to slide this over, slide to the left. 2 hops this time. We're going to slide this over. We're going to put this up. So this is Innings Fest is to your right. The set list tonight is to your left. Now, here's the main difference. They played 17 two-song encore versus one, right? But the big thing about this show is when you look at Innings Fest in 2020, you have the riff, right, which is an unexpected song, and you have a Sweet Up and Down. Those are two songs I wouldn't expect them, especially the riff. That's not really a festival song. That's more of a deep cut for the band, and a great song, one of the best songs off of Away from the World. And I think it translates well live. But you have two of those. You don't have a two-step opener. You have a Don't Drink the Water opener, which isn't crazy like, oh, man, we need that, right? So it's a popular song, but it's not like, oh, it's not a two-step opener. Yeah. There's a lot of the same songs. You got the So Much to Say Bridge Too Much. You got Jimmy Thing. You got Ants Marching. Right? You got Gray Street. Don't Drink the Water. So you have a lot of these same songs. And that's expected, again, because it's a festival set. They're going to bring in some of the more popular stuff, a lot of the upbeat stuff. They did give a Gray Street, but that's something where they've done Gray Street at other festivals. The other thing we want to look at too is this is a 3-day week. This is a 3-day weekend of shows. So they're doing 3. So we want to go to 2018. And I want to take a look at this. Now, this was a little different because this was a SPAC weekend. Smack dab in the middle of the tour. And where is it? This was in Quebec too. Plains d'Abraham. I think it's Plains of Abraham, but I forgot how the French pronunciation is. Plains. I think it's either D apostrophe Abraham or Plains de Abraham. I can't remember. I used to take French. Anyway, so this is after 2 nights of SPAC. This is actually a really cool encore. Some Devil, So Much to Say, Tripping Billies. That's a kind of unique, a 3-set encore at a show. Now, this is Quebec Summer Festival, and they don't really play Quebec too much. This is Montreal. This is Quebec. So they play Montreal, which is in the province of Quebec, but Quebec City. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This is another set. These are both 3-day weekend sets. So you have a Don't Drink the Water, which they open Innings Fest with. You have a Warehouse. You have Ants Marching, right? You have these things you expect them to do in both. Right? Can't Stop is in both of these. So you have a lot of the same stuff. You have Gray Street in both of these, Sledgehammer in both of these as well. So this is a good comparison. This is 2018, 7/15/2018 in comparison to today, 8/29/2021. 17 total songs. But again, you don't have a Jimmy thing in this set, so they play more. You do have a Crush. Oh no, you don't have a Crush. Sorry, I'm looking at a different one. I'm thinking of the Innings Fest. But you don't have a Crush, you don't have a Jimmy thing, so they play a couple more songs. Encore a little cooler there with 3. So this is a comparison to both of these here. To see, but I think this is what you expect from a festival. The 2-step is a special thing, and I think the 2-step, if for some people that may have not gone to this show that were thinking about it, some fans may kick themselves if a 2-step opener is something they want to experience. But other than that, I mean, if you went, you had a good. This is a great set for a festival, right? It's for a festival. Keep in mind that. If you didn't go and you're going to the Gorge, you're going somewhere else, you may get a 2. Hey, they may open with 2-step at the Gorge. We'll see. The next thing we want to look at here, we're going to talk Carter Beauford on the drums. Let me just pull this up as well. Shout out to Matt Norlander. We're going to pull up his Twitter posts. in the interview. This has been okay. So this is. Let's pull this up. All right. So Matt Norlander was in Guilford, New Hampshire for the shows I was at. And he actually got to go backstage and interview the band. They're playing some golf. So he sees it as a two-step opener for tonight. Says, love a two-step opener. And probably best to get it in earlier. Carter told me last week that it's played much more sparingly now because of the strain the song has on him late in sets. It's like my body saying, go ahead, hit that cymbal one more time, see what happens, right? It's like I can see Samuel L. Jackson holding the gun up, right? Say this one more time, mother effer. You know, is that Silence of the Lambs? I can see him doing that. And this is something that, shout out to Matt, he drops this gem, and the interview's not going to be to the fall. So this kind of settles it. Carter Beauford is saying that two-step, you know, this thing at the end of sets puts a strain on him, right? We see it in Mansfield, and it's at the encore closer. I mean, the set closer, right? The set closer. Yeah, set closer. Instead of the encore, but still at the end of sets, it does hurt him. But usually it's something that they do in the encore. So this is nice because this is what I thought. I thought there had to be something taxing on him. And I've had some conversations and I've said, look, this is, some people are like, how can you prove it? How do you know? I'm like, I can't prove it, but that's the only logical thing. When you look at 2017, the band played it a lot with Dave and Tim, right? So it's not a Dave and Tim thing. You look at Dave's solo, Dave played two-step fairly easy in the Hamptons right before the Mansfield show a couple of Thursdays ago. Wasn't like it was a hassle. So I thought it was something with Carter, and Carter is in his 60s, right? He's 63. Right? Carter Beauford is 63. He'll be 64 in November. Right? Yeah, he's 63 years old, 11/2/57. Same year as my auntie and Michael Jackson. R.I.P. to Michael Jackson. I believe, right? 57. No, he was born in 58. My bad. Michael Jackson was born in 58. Anyway, the point being is that this thing is because of how taxing it is. I remember seeing Neil Peart, shout out to you, Mike, and the awesome Canadian bands like Rush, and artists like Neil Young. But Rush, I saw them in the R40 tour, and I actually saw Carter Beauford and Neil Peart, rest in peace, in the same like 2-week period, which is just a treat in itself to be able to see both of those drummers within a 2-week period. But going to that Rush show in Boston, he still was killing it, just like Carter. He still got it. Both of these drummers are all or nothing drummers. They don't take 50%. So they're going to keep playing. Carter is jamming this year, right? But the thing is, it's still taxing. For other reasons, Neil Peart had some stuff that hurt him, and that's really what shut Rush down, was Neil. I mean, Neil has been so much. He's lost his wife, I believe it is, and his daughter, and he had injuries as well. Neil had some injuries. Yeah, he lost wife and daughter. Yeah, I think he lost his wife and his daughter. I believe that was in the same year. Yeah, Jackie, Selena died in an accident in 97, and his wife Jackie died from terminal cancer. A little bit. I mean, wow. I mean, like, he's been through a lot. But anyway, both of them, I know Neil had to shut it down after the 40th anniversary. They knew they were ending, right? It was pretty much writing was on the wall. But Neil, these players sacrifice, and I say the same thing with Boyd. When I talk about how he had faltered off, these bands, especially Rush and DMB, right? DMB just from a touring standpoint, Rush just from the fact they're a trio. For those of you who don't know, when a trio, you got your lead singer and bassist, you got a guitarist, Alec Lifeson, and you have a drummer, Neil Peart. When it's a trio, you can't just hide behind stuff. Allman Brothers and the Dead and Company spinoff, they have two drummers. You can hide behind a drummer, right? Or a percussionist when you have two drummers. You can hide behind other instruments when you have more than just three up there. But these bands, and Carter, even though there's more people on stage, Carter is still the focal point. He's driving this stuff through. So for Rush and DMB, they've given their life to the live show, right? You can go to any city and ask anyone who's about 50 to 60 or 40 to 60 years old who likes rock music if they saw Rush in the 80s or 90s. Pretty much, if they liked rock music, they saw Rush. You can ask anyone who liked the 90s music, rock, music scene or alternative music scene, and ask them, did you see Dave Matthews Band, right? Go to Hartford and just pick people out. Did you go to concerts back in the day? Yeah. Did you go to DMB? Most likely. So you could pretty much access these bands fairly easy if you were in a major city, or even like in Hartford. Hartford got all Worcester, Massachusetts. These bands played these cities, as they were coming up, and even as they got big, they still hit these major, these smaller cities like Hartford and Worcester, Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut, Worcester, Mass. So this is just proof that, again, as we thought, it's because it's strain on him. So shout out to Matt. That's a huge. I'm glad it got released, because the fan base has just been so, why are they not playing Tuesday? I'm like, bro, this is why. I can't guarantee it, but this is why, right? I'm right, even though I don't know. Now we all know. What I want to do as well, this will be dropping tomorrow. Just want to give you a quick preview of this. So tomorrow I will be dropping this. Oh, what the? Trying to see if I can. Why is it not going to? Give me one moment, folks. I want to play this. I want to play a quick clip from this video of my Gorge 2019. But it won't let me. What I'm going to have to do is this. Okay, let's see if this will work. Hang in here, folks, and we'll see if I can get this to work. Just want to give you a quick preview of this. There we go. Almost got it. I've been waiting a long time for this moment to happen.
Washington, and then after I get into my hotel at Moses Lake, Washington, I go straight to the Gorge, and we are going to walk over the hill. So go from Spokane to the Gorge, and before we get to the views, what's interesting is I-90, I was able to drive the westernmost part of I-90. I live by the easternmost part of I-90 for Boston and Albany. And when I go to SPAC, when I go to Albany for arena shows, when I go to Boston, see the Keeneland, or go to see my Philadelphia Flyers for the Bruins, it's much different driving. 65 miles per hour in my portion of the Northeast, but people go 75, 80. In this part of the country, I learned that if you have a 70-mile-per-hour speed limit, but don't go over 80, especially if there's cops out, because they will pull you over. Dave Bigler had some issues. Shout out to Dave when he did D&D fan and cover. Dave cover professional, but he got pulled over a couple times because they were looking for people that were tourists to get them on Labor Day weekend. So you got to be careful driving. So from folks like me, you've never been to the gorge, the best piece of advice I got is just be careful with the speed. 75, sometimes 80 to pass, but don't go past that. You will get pulled over, especially if you're going Labor Day weekend, which I'm guessing that's why you guys go, right? Just be careful. But we go from Spokane to the gorge. So let's see how the gorge ended in not disappear. Very good.
And there you have it, folks. That's a quick preview. Full video. It's going to be about 20 minutes long. Will be dropping tomorrow on my YouTube page. By the way, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube page. I am trying to get to 600 subscribers. And I was 3 away before I went live. Let's see where we're at right now. $590. I need 2 more subscribers to get to 600. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and check it out. Subscribe to my YouTube page and hit the notification bell, and you can get alerts when I go live. So let's see. We're gonna get back to screen sharing. Second page. But yeah, I definitely would. I appreciate the support. I know you're on, Mike. Any other thoughts, Mike? Any thoughts about the set? Anyone who's on? Looks like we have 3 people on. Any thoughts anyone has about the sets from this for tonight? I mean, I think it's a pretty standard, like I said, set. I'm excited for the gorge. I think that we'll get a 2-step like we did in 19. Look at the song breakdowns. 1 come tomorrow, 1 segue, 1 busted stuff, 1 every day, 2 covers, 2 before these crowded streets, 2 crash, 2 under the table and dreaming. So nice little spread there. Playing the classic albums the most. The big 3 albums are the big 3 in the rankings of when they're played. And that's one thing I can't knock DMB for. As much as people say, oh, I want to hear their old stuff, they really play their old stuff. That's not one thing. I think as a fan like me, what we want is some of the good old stuff, right? So we want we want a Last Stop, right? We want a pig. Realistically, we want a pig or a stone. Our dream is to get a Last Stop or Dreaming Tree or Raven, right? And what's crazy is now You Never Know is becoming a more common thing. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it's played at the Gorge again like it was in 19. So again, I'm just excited about the Gorge. Like I said, I'll be there in 2021 coming up later this week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Show on Friday after the Gorge, show on Saturday after the Gorge, going live as long as the Wi-Fi works in my hotel. And I'll keep you updated on that on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter at ConserViz34. And Sunday, again, no review, no live, because I will be going straight to or chilling for a little bit with some friends in the RV parking, the expensive RV parking right in front of the venue. And then after that, making the trek overnight to Seattle to fly back. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I look forward to going to the Gorge. It's as much as I would love to get certain songs. It's not really about the songs, man. The journey's the best. If you went to this Railbird Fest, and I hope if you didn't know who the Revivalists are or Jason Isbell, I hope you found two new awesome bands or groups to fall in love with, especially the Revivalists. I love them. Also, thoughts and prayers to those people like the Revivalists. They're New Orleans natives. Just thinking about everyone in New Orleans. For those of you who don't know, New Orleans is a city strategically placed at the end of the Mississippi River. However, behind it is Lake Pontchartrain. In front of it is a coastline that loses a couple of centimeters every year, and the city is like below sea level. So anytime tropical storm happens, it floods. They got a category 4. Last I heard, all power has been shut out in New Orleans, the city of New Orleans. So if you're not on a generator, if they don't have some special grid for emergency personnel, you don't have power right now. The whole city, just there's so many transformers that blew. There's no public power that's going to the city, and it's not safe to repair these transformers. So just thinking of everyone out there, Mississippi, Louisiana, also just thinking about those who have family that are serving in our military right now, serving overseas, especially those who took part in the whole thing in Afghanistan. I know there were some young men who passed, and I actually have a former student. He's not in Afghanistan, but he's serving somewhere else overseas. And I'm just thinking about everyone. He's 22. I mean, he's 20 years old, and the people who passed, these are 20-year-olds. But I'm thinking about those armed forces that are still, to my knowledge, trying to withdraw and putting themselves in harm's way. And even if they say nobody is in Afghanistan, there's probably someone still there, and just covertly. So I'm just thinking about all the American troops and the civilians there, that also those who are going to be left behind with this government that we don't know. But just there's so much going on in the world right now, and I just want to send love and compassion because these issues are not easy. But that's all I got. That's all I got for today. Like I said, I'll see you guys with the new video dropping tomorrow. It won't be live. It'll be pre-recorded for 2019 footage I took. Didn't have a way to really edit it like I wanted to, and now I have some better software. So I decided I'm going to put it up and then hopefully get some footage to make another video for 2021 at the Gorge. But that's all I got for today. It's your boy ConcertViz34. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe, folks. Get me to 600 before I leave for the Gorge. It'd be awesome. But I appreciate all the support. It could be one person on here, 2, 3 people on here. Always nice to have these conversations and to share my feelings about this band that I truly love. All right, peace.